Hi, this is Sean Rupp with the Bad Multifamily team at Marcus & Millichap, giving you our weekly update. Today is March 20th. As the first week of the coronavirus isolation comes to an end, volatility across the stock market, as well as owner sentiments, seem at an all-time high. While we feel it is too early to speak confidently as to the long-term repercussions, most tenants had paid March payments, and April 1 and May 1 will be the determining factors as to what this is going to look like for apartment owners long-term. There is an abundance of misinformation being spread around currently. In an attempt to keep this brief short and balanced, we're going to break up all news into a good and bad column. First, the bad. The first piece of bad news is the media likes sensationalized headlines from good sources, like JP Morgan stating that they're expecting a 14% decline in the market in the near future. Goldman expects that jobless claims will increase from 70,000 just this week to over 2.25 million in the coming week. There are nearly 40 million apartment renters across the nation, and all of them are at risk, depending on how long this takes. Oxford Economics, a CoStar company, is already reporting that we're in a recession. Fannie and Freddie are putting locks on interest rates and are not reducing them. In fact, we saw an increase in spreads of interest rates this week on commercial apartment properties. Many landlords are reporting that their tenants are notifying them that they are now unemployed or unable to make rent next month or breaking their leases entirely. From a brokerage perspective, obviously, tours and inspections are becoming increasingly difficult, and we expect them to stop almost entirely over the next week. While private capital seems to still be looking for deals, the REITs and institutions have pulled out almost entirely, some of them leaving hard money on the table on deals that they intended on closing just a few short days ago. We expect to see the number of phishing and IRS scams catapult as people are at home and expecting checks from the government. Now that we've got the bad news out of the way, let's talk about the positive things. Our agents have been on the phone with owners all week, and overall the sentiment is more positive that this will be a short recession versus something long-term. We closed a deal on Wednesday of this week and are aimed to close another one next week. So far, both deals with lenders have been going off without a hitch. Both our team, the title companies, attorneys, and everyone else involved in the transaction have been very attentive, working extra hours to move deals through the pipeline. We have not seen any adjustment to pricing and are not making recommendations to sellers to adjust their pricings as of yet. We do believe there will be some buyers who can achieve a discount in today's market if they're willing to go hard day one on a significant amount of capital, especially with those sellers who have loan or other deadlines they have to meet in the near future. We are already seeing creativity in landlords willing to give gift cards to their tenants who make their rent payments on time, as well as in sellers who are becoming limited partners, as well as lenders short-term to close their deals. Overall, buyer sentiment is still strong in this sector, and we still have a tremendous amount of activity on all of our listings. The SBA has earmarked $50 billion in loans, as well as another $250 expected to come shortly to relieve businesses with loans up to $2 million. While the IRS deadline remains April 15, they have given an extension on payments penalty-free for 90 days. Overall, the sentiment is positive that if we can stay isolated, we can minimize this to a very short period of time. It is in all of our best interests not to panic and to stay as balanced as possible when making decisions as to our assets. As always, please do not hesitate to reach out to anyone on my team that serves your markets for better information, up to the date, and solutions that we're seeing other landlords implement already in this crisis. Thank you, and we look forward to updating you again next week.